Welcome to my channel World of Coins, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The year was 2005, a time when the United States Mint continued one of the most beloved coin programs in American history, the 50-state quarters program. Among the many quarters that year, one design stood out for its sheer natural beauty, historical symbolism, and deep meaning, the Oregon State Quarter. A small coin that carried a huge story, this quarter captured the very essence of America's wild spirit and the breathtaking beauty of the Pacific Northwest. The Oregon Quarter was the 33rd coin released in the series, honoring the state that joined the Union in 1859. When it was unveiled, collectors across the nation marveled at its elegant simplicity and intricate artistry. The reverse design of this coin depicted one of the most scenic locations in the entire country, Crater Lake. With deep blue waters and surrounding mountain ridges, Crater Lake became a perfect representation of Oregon's untouched natural majesty. The design showed the lake as viewed from the south rim, highlighting the iconic Wizard Island in the middle of the water. This volcano within a volcano formation is a geological wonder, and the mint captured it with remarkable precision. The design also featured majestic pine trees that framed the lake, adding depth and balance to the composition. Every curve of the hills and every ripple of the water was meticulously engraved to give the quarter life and character. The coin's reverse was designed by artist Donna Weaver, whose work brilliantly reflected Oregon's serene landscapes and powerful natural presence. Engraver Charles L. Vickers transformed her design into a striking metallic masterpiece that perfectly fit the small canvas of a quarter. Together, they created one of the most admired designs of the entire state quarter series. Above the image were the words, Crater Lake and Oregon 1859, proudly marking the state's heritage and its unique contribution to America's story. Beneath the image, the national motto, E Pluribus Unum, reminded everyone that this quarter was more than a coin, it was a symbol of unity across 50 very different states. On the obverse side, as with all state quarters, the portrait of George Washington by John Flanagan remained unchanged. His dignified profile faced left, representing stability and continuity through the nation's evolving history. The inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter, framed the design, connecting the modern to the traditional. The Oregon quarter was struck at both the Philadelphia and Denver mints, identified by the mint marks P and D. Millions were produced for circulation, but as with all coins, not all were created equal. Some were struck with incredible precision and mirror-like surfaces, while others bore subtle minting errors that made them stand out to collectors and numismatists. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Oregon quarter's history lies in its proof and silver-proof versions, minted exclusively for collectors. These special editions were struck using highly polished dies, resulting in coins with stunning contrasts between frosted designs and glossy backgrounds. They became instant favorites for those who wanted a pristine example of the state's beauty captured in silver. Collectors were drawn not only to the design but to the story behind it. Crater Lake, formed thousands of years ago after the eruption and collapse of Mount Mazama, is one of the deepest and clearest lakes in the world. The image of this natural wonder on a coin reminded Americans of the country's geological power and breathtaking diversity. Over time, people began discovering certain rare varieties and errors among Oregon quarters. Some featured double dies, misaligned strikes, or partial minting defects that made them unique. These variations, though small to the naked eye, turned ordinary change into pieces worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in the right condition. For collectors, condition is everything. An uncirculated Oregon quarter, fresh from a mint roll and free of scratches or blemishes, can already be worth several times its face value. But when a coin is graded by a professional service and receives a top rating, its worth skyrockets. A perfect MS 70 or proof 70 Oregon quarter gleams like a mirror and becomes a treasure of modern numismatics. What makes this coin even more special is the emotional connection it evokes. For many Oregonians, this quarter is a symbol of pride, representing the rugged landscapes, pine forests, and tranquil lakes they call home. For collectors across the world, it's a reminder of how nature and art can coexist beautifully in the smallest of forms. When the Oregon Quarter entered circulation, it instantly became one of the most sought-after designs in the entire 50-state quarters program. People saved them in albums, traded them at shows, and admired their detailed craftsmanship. Schools even used them to teach geography and history, connecting students to their country through coins. Beyond its beauty and collectability, the Oregon Quarter symbolizes exploration, fitting for a state that played a key role in the nation's westward expansion. The Oregon Trail, an iconic pathway for pioneers, became the route to opportunity and discovery. The coin's depiction of Crater Lake honors that same adventurous spirit. Each time a person flips over this coin, they are reminded of America's enduring relationship with its landscapes, the mountains, forests, and lakes that have shaped its story. It's not just metal, it's memory, geography, and heritage combined into one small but mighty piece of art. Minting a coin is no small feat. The precision, timing, and pressure involved make each strike an engineering marvel. When you think about it, every quarter that reaches your hand has traveled through history, from the mint's presses to your palm, carrying with it the story of a nation. Over the years, pristine examples of the Oregon Quarter have crossed auction blocks and private collections. Some collectors treasure them as centerpieces of their sets, particularly when they feature flawless surfaces, high-grade finishes, or exceptional strike quality. These coins become more than collectibles, they become heirlooms. Numismatists continue to study these coins for their minting characteristics, varieties, and hidden details. Each Oregon Quarter, in its own way, tells a slightly different story, from the depth of the engravings to the tone of the metal after years of preservation. The deeper one looks, the more fascinating details emerge. Whether you're a beginner or a lifelong coin enthusiast, the Oregon Quarter offers something captivating. Its combination of historical meaning, natural beauty, and numismatic value makes it a coin that transcends time. It embodies both the art of minting and the heart of America's wilderness. Today, finding an uncirculated or rare variant of the 2005 Oregon State Quarter can be like striking gold. In top condition, with perfect luster and preserved edges, this small piece of silver-toned beauty stands as one of the highlights of the entire 50-state quarters collection. It continues to inspire collectors to this day, proving that even a simple quarter can carry immense historical weight and emotional value. It connects generations, linking the adventurous pioneers of the past with modern collectors who treasure every detail. So next time you come across a 2005 Oregon Quarter, don't overlook it. Turn it in your hand, admire the reflection of Crater Lake on its reverse, and think of the hands it might have passed through. Coins like this remind us that history often hides in the smallest of places. From the mountains that surround Crater Lake to the mints that crafted these coins with precision, the Oregon Quarter remains a testament to America's artistry, ingenuity, and natural heritage. It's not just another piece of change, it's a masterpiece of design and meaning. Collectors know that true rarity isn't always about age, sometimes, it's about perfection, preservation, and the story behind the metal. The Oregon Quarter stands proudly among those coins that have achieved legendary status in modern collections, and for one extraordinary example of this beautiful 2005 United States of America Washington State Quarter Dollar from Oregon, collectors have seen its value rise far beyond imagination, reaching an astonishing amount of $75,000. Top 2. In the year 2003, the United States Mint released another captivating addition to the 50-state quarters program, the Arkansas State Quarter. This remarkable coin, part of one of the most popular coin series in American history, carried with it a rich tapestry of nature, heritage, and pride. Every glimmer of this coin told a story about a state filled with beauty, diversity, and natural wonder. Arkansas, admitted to the Union in 1836, was represented by a design that perfectly captured the state's essence. Known as the natural state, Arkansas is home to sparkling waters, fertile lands, and diamond-rich soil, and all of that found its way onto this tiny yet majestic coin. The coin's design was more than metal, it was a miniature work of art showcasing the pride of an entire region. The reverse side of the coin features an image that draws your attention immediately, a magnificent diamond shining above a tranquil lake, framed by lush rice stalks and tall pine trees. It's a scene that feels alive, blending agriculture, natural beauty, and the state's unique claim to fame, diamonds found in their natural form. This design holds special meaning because Arkansas is home to the only active diamond mine in the United States, the Crater of Diamond State Park. Visitors can actually search for real diamonds there, making Arkansas a rare and fascinating destination for adventurers and treasure seekers alike. The inclusion of the diamond on the coin symbolizes the rare treasures hidden in the land itself. The rice stalks in the design represent the state's agricultural strength. Arkansas is one of the nation's largest producers of rice, and these delicate engravings remind us that behind every coin, there are people who work the land and build a nation's foundation. The tall pine trees stand proudly to the right, paying tribute to Arkansas's vast timber industry, another vital part of its economy and heritage. The calm water beneath the diamond reflects the state's abundance of natural lakes, rivers, and streams. Arkansas is dotted with waterways that sustain both life and livelihood, and this mirror-like surface adds a sense of tranquility to the coin's composition. Every element was chosen with purpose, creating harmony between nature and industry. The coin's design was created by artist John Mercanti, one of the most respected sculptor-engravers in the history of the United States Mint. His eye for balance and symbolism transformed this small piece of metal into a breathtaking emblem of state pride. His artistry brought the diamond to life, giving it a sense of brilliance even without light. The obverse of the coin, as always, features the classic profile of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan in 1932. His familiar face brings continuity to the series, reminding collectors that these state quarters, though diverse in design, all share the same national identity. Each Arkansas quarter carries inscriptions that honor both the state and the country. Arkansas 1836, E Pluribus Unum, and the year, 2003. Together, these words and symbols connect past and present, uniting history with modern artistry. When these coins first entered circulation, millions of Americans eagerly searched through their pocket change hoping to find one. Children, families, and collectors across the country participated in what became a national treasure hunt, collecting all 50 designs as they were released over 10 years. The Arkansas quarter stood out for its dazzling imagery and deep symbolic meaning. The Arkansas State Quarter was minted in 2 locations, Philadelphia and Denver, marked with the letters P and D. Both versions were produced in the tens of millions, but a few rare examples stood apart. Some were struck with exceptional detail, mirror-like surfaces, or unique minting errors that made them highly desirable among collectors. Proof versions, struck at the San Francisco Mint, were created specifically for collectors. These proof coins boasted deep contrasts, with frosted designs that gleamed against mirror-like backgrounds. They were never meant for circulation but became the crown jewels of many collections. Over the years, collectors have discovered various varieties of the Arkansas quarter, including double die errors and striking anomalies. These small imperfections, visible only under magnification, can turn an ordinary 25-cent coin into a numismatic gem worth thousands. Condition, as always, plays a critical role in determining value. A coin with sharp details, smooth surfaces, and full mint luster can command a price many times higher than one that has been handled and worn. When certified by professional grading services, flawless specimens earn the coveted MS 70 or Proof 70 grade, a level of perfection achieved by very few. The Arkansas quarter's design resonates deeply with those who appreciate the balance between human achievement and natural beauty. It's a celebration of the land's bounty, from the rice fields to the forests, and from the lakes to the rare gems hidden beneath the soil. For many Arkansans, this coin became a source of state pride. It wasn't just about metal and design, it was about identity. Every detail told a story of the people, the land, and the legacy that shaped the state's character. Collectors often describe the Arkansas quarter as one of the most visually appealing designs in the entire 50-state quarters program. Its detailed textures, crisp engraving, and symbolic richness make it a true standout among its peers. Even after years, its beauty hasn't faded. What's truly fascinating about coins like the Arkansas quarter is that they carry history in their small, metallic form. They pass through countless hands, travel across cities and states, and silently preserve the story of a nation's culture and craftsmanship. The 2003 Arkansas quarter marked an era when coin collecting saw a revival across America. People once again began to see coins not just as currency, but as art, as tiny, shining storytellers. And for Arkansas, the story was clear: this was a land of natural beauty, abundance, and hidden treasures. The coin's shimmering diamond serves as a reminder of the rare and extraordinary qualities that lie within the state. Just as diamonds form under pressure, Arkansas has built its strength through time, resilience, and natural grace. Each Arkansas quarter also represents unity, one piece of a larger whole that tells the story of all 50 states. Together, they form a map of America's spirit, creativity, and diversity, and this coin stands proudly among them. For collectors who appreciate history, symbolism, and craftsmanship, the Arkansas State Quarter remains an essential piece. Its design invites reflection and admiration, and its rarity in high grades continues to excite numismatists around the world. Finding a pristine 2003 Arkansas quarter is a thrill for anyone who loves coins. Whether in a proof set, a mint roll, or found unexpectedly in circulation, each discovery feels like uncovering a small piece of art from America's heartland. The legacy of this coin continues to shine brightly. Even 2 decades after its release, it remains a favorite among those who understand that beauty, value, and meaning can all exist in the palm of your hand. So the next time you hold a quarter and notice the gleam of a diamond above a calm lake, take a moment to appreciate the artistry and story behind it. That's the spirit of Arkansas, captured forever in silver and copper. From the state's lush forests to its gleaming gems, the Arkansas quarter celebrates both nature and pride, a tribute to what makes America's states unique yet connected. It's more than currency, its history preserved in metal, and for one exceptional and rare 2003 United States of America Washington State quarter dollar from Arkansas, collectors have seen its remarkable value rise to an extraordinary amount of $85,000. Top 3. In 2017, the United States Mint introduced one of the most meaningful and visually powerful designs in modern American coinage, the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site Quarter. Part of the celebrated America the Beautiful Quarters program, this coin stood as a tribute not just to a place, but to a man whose courage, intellect, and words changed the course of American history. It was more than metal, it was a monument to freedom, equality, and perseverance. The coin honored Frederick Douglass, one of the greatest voices for human rights in the 19th century. Born into slavery, Douglass defied the odds, teaching himself to read and write before escaping to freedom. He went on to become a powerful abolitionist, author, orator, and diplomat, a man whose voice echoed across centuries. The 2017 quarter immortalized his legacy in stunning detail. On the reverse of the coin, Douglass is shown seated at his writing desk, surrounded by the peaceful surroundings of his Washington, D.C. home. This was no ordinary scene. It symbolized his lifelong dedication to the power of words, words that inspired a nation to see the truth about freedom and justice. His home, now preserved as the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site, stands as a living reminder of his tireless fight for equality. The design captures a quiet moment, yet one filled with strength. Douglass's expression, as engraved on the coin, reflects wisdom and determination. Every line on his face tells the story of struggle and triumph. The background shows his historic home, Cedar Hill, a place that became both a refuge and a beacon of hope for generations to come. The artistry of this coin is remarkable. Designed by Thomas Hipschen and sculpted by Phoebe Hemphill, the reverse perfectly balances realism and symbolism. The details, from Douglass's pen to the brick outlines of his home, showcase the incredible craftsmanship of the U.S. Mint's artists. The design seems to speak, reminding every American of the enduring power of education and perseverance. On the obverse of the coin, as with all America the Beautiful Quarters, appears the familiar portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His noble image has graced the quarter since 1932, linking the nation's beginnings with its ongoing journey toward liberty and justice for all. The inscription surrounding the design read, Frederick Douglass, District of Columbia, E Pluribus Unum, and 2017. Each word carries its own weight, the name of a man who fought for freedom, the capital city where he made his mark, and the timeless motto that reminds us of unity through diversity. The 2017 Frederick Douglass Quarter was the second coin released that year in the America the Beautiful series. It represented not just a place of significance, but the very spirit of resilience and enlightenment that defines the American story. For collectors and historians alike, it was a design that transcended time, when the coin was first released, it immediately caught the attention of numismatists and admirers of American history. Collectors appreciated not only the design but also the emotional depth it carried. It was rare to see a coin that so beautifully merged history, symbolism, and artistry. Millions of these quarters were minted in Philadelphia and Denver, each bearing a small mint mark, P or D. Yet among these millions, a few stood out due to their exceptional quality, striking errors, or special finishes. These rare variations are what make coin collecting such an exciting adventure. Proof versions were produced at the San Francisco Mint, known for their mirror-like surfaces and deeply frosted designs. These coins were not meant for everyday circulation but for collectors who value perfection and beauty in every detail. They showcased the Frederick Douglass design in its most stunning form. Some rare minting errors, including double dies and off-center strikes, have been discovered among Frederick Douglass quarters. Such unique imperfections are highly sought after in the numismatic world. Each one tells its own story of how a moment of mechanical variation can turn an ordinary coin into a treasure. Collectors also prize coins in perfect condition. Those graded at the top of the scale, MS 69 or MS 70, are almost flawless, showing crisp details and a gleaming finish. These specimens represent the coin exactly as the engraver intended, preserved from the moment it left the press. The Frederick Douglass quarter holds a deep message beyond its metallic shine. It reminds us that freedom and progress are built on education, courage, and the written word. Douglass's pen was his weapon, his knowledge was his shield, and his voice became a tool for change. The coin captures this essence perfectly. Frederick Douglass once said, "If there is no struggle, there is no progress." These words, echoed silently through this coin, inspire millions to this day. Holding this quarter in your hand feels like holding a small piece of history, a piece that continues to motivate people to seek truth and justice. The design's simplicity is its strength. Douglass is not shown in grandeur or surrounded by symbols of wealth. Instead, he is depicted as he truly was, a man at his desk, writing, thinking, and working to make the world a better place. It's an image of dignity, intellect, and purpose. For those who visit the Frederick Douglass National Historic Site in Washington, D.C., the coin serves as a lasting souvenir. It brings the memory of Cedar Hill to life, allowing people everywhere to carry a piece of that history in their pockets. Beyond its aesthetic and historical appeal, the quarter's release was a powerful gesture by the U.S. Mint to honor African American leaders who shaped the nation's moral and cultural landscape. The Frederick Douglass quarter joined a growing legacy of coins that celebrate diversity and equality. Collectors value it not only for its meaning but for its rarity and high grades. Coins that remain uncirculated, preserved in pristine condition since their release, have become prized possessions. Over time, their value has continued to rise, making them a highlight in modern coin collections. The story of Frederick Douglass is one of unbreakable spirit, and the coin that bears his image reflects that same endurance. It's a coin that doesn't just shine, it speaks, reminding everyone who holds it that progress begins with knowledge and courage. As part of the America the Beautiful series, the Frederick Douglass quarter connected history with modern artistry. It brought new life to stories of the past, inspiring collectors young and old to learn more about the figures who shaped the nation's identity. Today, the 2017 Frederick Douglass quarter stands as one of the most meaningful pieces ever issued by the U.S. Mint. Its combination of cultural significance, elegant design, and relative rarity makes it both a collector's item and a symbol of inspiration. Every coin tells a story, but few tell one as powerful as this. From the quiet desk of a determined writer to the global movement he helped inspire, Frederick Douglass's legacy continues to shine, not just in books and monuments, but now in the palm of your hand. For many collectors, this coin is more than silver and copper. It's a tribute to the idea that knowledge can conquer oppression, and that one voice can change the world. Each detail engraved into the metal serves as a reminder of the strength of education and the enduring fight for equality. In every way, this coin is a masterpiece, not of wealth, but of wisdom. It bridges the gap between history and modern America, showing that heroes come from resilience and vision. Its design is a testament to the enduring power of human determination. So, the next time you come across a Frederick Douglass quarter, don't just glance at it. Hold it, study it, and think about the man who taught a nation to think for itself. It's not just a coin, it's a story of courage and freedom etched into metal for generations to remember, and for one extraordinary and rare example of the 2017 United States of America Washington State quarter dollar featuring Frederick Douglass, collectors have valued it at an incredible amount of $35,000. Top 4. In the year 2002, the United States Mint unveiled a breathtaking coin that captured the grace, beauty, and soul of the Deep South, the Mississippi State Quarter. This elegant coin became one of the most admired pieces in the entire 50-state quarters program, not only for its delicate design but for the rich story it tells about the state it represents. Every curve and engraving on this coin whispers the rhythm of Mississippi's rivers, fields, and music-filled history. The Mississippi State Quarter was the 20th coin in the historic 50-state quarter series, a program that celebrated each of the 50 states with a unique design. When this coin was released, collectors and everyday Americans were drawn to its exquisite simplicity and deep symbolism. It didn't rely on complex imagery, instead, it embraced the natural charm that defines the Magnolia State. The reverse of the Mississippi Quarter features a pair of blooming magnolia flowers, the state flower and one of its most cherished symbols. The design captures the flowers in full bloom, their petals curling gracefully as if touched by the warm southern breeze. Their beauty and symmetry represent the state's pride, elegance, and connection to nature. The magnolia has long been an icon of Mississippi's identity. Known as the Magnolia State, Mississippi celebrates this flower not only for its beauty but for what it represents: strength, hospitality, and a sense of timeless grace. The coin's design perfectly encapsulates these qualities, turning a simple flower into a symbol of state pride. The words, "The Magnolia State," are prominently inscribed across the design, reminding everyone who holds this coin that Mississippi's story is one of natural splendor and Southern heritage. The design radiates peace, refinement, and charm, a tribute to the quiet strength of the state and its people. This beautiful reverse design was created by artist Donna Weaver, whose work for the United States Mint has produced some of the most beloved modern coin designs. The engraving was brought to life by sculptor-engraver John Mercanti, who transformed the artistic vision into a three-dimensional masterpiece. Together, they crafted a design that is both simple and unforgettable. On the obverse of the coin is the enduring image of George Washington, first introduced by sculptor John Flanagan in 1932. His portrait remains a constant presence on all state quarters, representing unity and continuity throughout America's history. The familiar inscriptions, "United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust," and "Quarter Dollar," frame the portrait, connecting past and present through a timeless design. The Mississippi Quarter was released into circulation on October 15, 2002, and quickly became a favorite among collectors. Its refined and floral design stood out from the other state quarters that often depicted landmarks or historical figures. The Mississippi coin spoke through nature, using its state flower as a language of elegance and pride. When it first entered circulation, people all across America began searching through their change to find this delicate beauty. The simplicity of the design made it both recognizable and cherished. Many kept it as a keepsake, while collectors eagerly added it to their growing albums of state quarters. The Mississippi Quarter was minted at two primary facilities, Philadelphia and Denver, each producing tens of millions of coins marked with P or D. Though they were mass-produced, certain examples were struck with remarkable quality, showcasing sharp details and lustrous finishes. Special proof versions of the Mississippi Quarter were also produced at the San Francisco Mint. These coins, struck on highly polished blanks with mirror-like surfaces, were made for collectors who wanted perfection in every detail. The magnolias on these proof coins appear almost lifelike, glowing against their reflective background. As with many coins, rare errors and varieties began to surface. Some Mississippi quarters were discovered with double die designs, off-center strikes, or slight imperfections in the minting process. These rare variations quickly caught the attention of numismatists and became prized possessions among collectors. Condition plays a major role in determining a coin's value. While circulated Mississippi quarters are easy to find, uncirculated examples, especially those preserved straight from mint rolls, can command higher prices. Coins graded MS-69 or MS-70 by professional services are exceptionally rare and represent perfection in minting. Collectors admire the Mississippi Quarter for its timeless beauty. Unlike many coins that depict complex scenes or multiple symbols, this design relies on the natural elegance of the magnolia. It's a reminder that simplicity, when done with care, can be the most powerful form of artistry. The magnolia flower on the coin isn't just a symbol of nature, it also represents the enduring spirit of Mississippi's people. Through challenges, change, and progress, the state has always carried itself with dignity and warmth. Just as the magnolia continues to bloom season after season, the Mississippi Quarter is more than currency, it's a celebration of Southern heritage. It evokes images of vast cotton fields, lazy riverbanks, and the sounds of blues and gospel music that echo through the state's history. Each coin holds within it a piece of that soulful atmosphere. The 50-state quarters program transformed how people viewed coins. It turned everyday change into history lessons, art pieces, and collectible treasures. And among all the designs, the Mississippi Quarter stands out as one of the most graceful, capturing nature's poetry in metal form. Numismatists often praise this coin for its balance and clarity. The magnolia blossoms are perfectly centered, and the inscription flows naturally with the curvature of the design. The craftsmanship reflects the mint's dedication to precision and beauty. The coin also holds emotional value for Mississippians. It represents home, the gardens, the traditions, the warmth of community. It's a symbol of state pride that fits right in the palm of your hand. Over time, pristine examples of the Mississippi Quarter have become more difficult to find. As years pass, uncirculated versions grow rarer, and their value continues to increase. High-grade specimens, especially proofs or error coins, are now highly sought after at auctions and by private collectors. The magnolia on this coin also stands as a universal symbol of purity and perseverance. It reminds us that even in simplicity, beauty can flourish endlessly. The coin's design invites reflection on life's quiet, enduring moments, just as a blooming magnolia tree brightens a southern afternoon. For coin enthusiasts, this quarter offers both artistic and sentimental value. It marks a moment in history when America celebrated its diversity through unity, letting each state tell its story through design. Mississippi's story, told through its flower, was one of pride, resilience, and natural wonder. From the moment the first Mississippi Quarter was struck, it carried with it the fragrance of history and the elegance of art. Today, it continues to be admired not only for its craftsmanship but for the meaning it holds within its graceful petals. Each time someone discovers one of these quarters, they're reminded that beauty can be found in the simplest of things, even in the change resting in their pocket. The magnolia, forever etched in silver and copper, continues to bloom across time. The Mississippi State Quarter remains one of the most admired coins in modern American numismatics. It's a delicate masterpiece that captures a state's heart and transforms it into a piece of art that endures through generations. As collectors continue to appreciate its rare beauty and pristine condition, certain examples have reached extraordinary values in the market. These coins remind us that history, art, and rarity can combine to create treasures of incredible worth. So the next time you see a Mississippi Quarter, take a moment to notice its elegant flowers, its flawless composition, and the story it tells about the state that inspired it. What may look like just another quarter is truly a piece of Southern poetry struck in metal, and for one remarkable and rare example of the 2002 United States of America Washington State Quarter dollar from Mississippi, collectors have valued it at an astounding amount of $88,000. Top 5. In 2018, the United States Mint introduced a truly breathtaking coin that captured the spirit of exploration, nature, and America's northern wilderness, the Voyageurs National Park Quarter. This stunning piece became one of the most admired coins in the America the Beautiful Quarter series, representing the rugged beauty of Minnesota and the adventurous history that shaped the region. Every detail on this quarter tells a story, one of water, wilderness, and the timeless human spirit of discovery. The Voyageurs National Park Quarter was released as part of the America the Beautiful program, which began in 2010 and honored 56 national parks and historic sites across the United States. Each coin in the series celebrated a different location, and in 2018, the spotlight turned to the incredible landscapes of northern Minnesota, where water, forests, and sky blend into one breathtaking scene. This coin's reverse design is a work of art, featuring a lone canoe paddler gliding across the tranquil waters of the park. In the distance, a majestic rock formation rises along the shoreline, and towering pine trees stretch toward the heavens. The image perfectly captures the quiet solitude and natural wonder that make Voyageurs National Park one of the most enchanting destinations in the country. The name Voyageurs pays tribute to the French-Canadian fur traders who navigated these same waterways centuries ago. These brave explorers, known as voyageurs, traveled across vast distances in birchbark canoes, connecting trading posts and shaping the early history of the North American frontier. Their courage and endurance are forever memorialized through this coin's imagery. The designer of the reverse, Patricia Lucas Morris, beautifully balanced history and nature in one composition. The engraver, Joseph Mena, brought the design to life with incredible depth and texture, turning the scene into something that feels alive and moving. You can almost imagine the gentle splash of the paddle and the rustling of trees along the water's edge. The obverse of the coin features the timeless portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. His dignified image has been a constant presence on U.S. quarters since 1932, representing leadership, freedom, and unity. Surrounding his portrait are the inscriptions, United States of America, Liberty, In God We Trust, and $quarter. Released on June 11, 2018, the Voyageurs Quarter was the 43rd issue in the America the Beautiful series. It quickly became a favorite among collectors for its peaceful design and rich storytelling. The image captures both the quiet strength of nature and the human spirit's connection to it. Voyageurs National Park itself is located near the Canadian border, a land of lakes, islands, and forests. It's a place where wildlife thrives, where eagles soar overhead, loons sing across the water, and the northern lights dance in the night sky. The quarter embodies all of that beauty and mystery within its small circular frame. When this coin entered circulation, people across the United States were drawn to its serene imagery. It stood apart from other modern designs because of its calm, reflective mood. The lone paddler in the canoe symbolizes adventure, peace, and the deep bond between humanity and nature. The coin was minted at 3 locations, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each marked by their respective mint marks, P, D, or S. Circulating strikes came from Philadelphia and Denver, while San Francisco produced both proof and silver-proof editions for collectors. The silver versions, in particular, have an extraordinary luster that highlights every fine detail of the design. Collectors admire this coin not just for its beauty but also for its symbolism. It's a tribute to the explorers who opened new frontiers and to the pristine wilderness that still exists today. Every Voyageurs Quarter serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving America's natural wonders. The craftsmanship of this coin is remarkable. The engraved textures on the trees, the ripples on the water, and the contours of the rock are so precise that they seem almost photographic. Under the right light, the design glimmers with depth, making it one of the most visually appealing coins in the entire series. Many collectors have noted that the Voyageurs Quarter possesses a calm, meditative energy, unlike any other coin. It doesn't celebrate battles or monuments, but instead, it celebrates balance, peace, and the natural harmony between man and the earth. As with many quarters, rare minting errors and unique varieties have added to the fascination surrounding this piece. Certain coins have been discovered with double dies, off-center strikes, and incomplete designs. These rare imperfections have made some Voyageurs Quarters highly valuable and sought after among serious numismatists. The condition of a coin also plays a crucial role in determining its value. Pristine, uncirculated examples with high mint state grades can sell for impressive amounts, especially if they have flawless strikes and brilliant surfaces. Proof and silver-proof versions often achieve even higher premiums due to their craftsmanship and limited production. The Voyageurs Quarter captures the essence of adventure. The canoe, silently gliding across the lake, represents freedom and exploration, the same values that define the American spirit. It's a reminder of a time when the land was wild, the air was pure, and life followed the rhythm of the rivers. For those who collect coins not just as metal, but as history, the Voyageurs Quarter stands out as a symbol of serenity and courage. It tells a story of human endurance and the enduring beauty of the natural world. This coin connects us to the spirit of the voyageurs, the fearless men who paddled through endless miles of lakes and rivers, guided only by the stars and their will to discover. Their story is engraved forever on this small yet powerful coin. As time passes, finding high-quality examples of the Voyageurs Quarter in perfect condition becomes increasingly difficult. Those preserved carefully in mint sets or discovered with exceptional strikes have become treasures in the eyes of collectors. Every angle of this coin speaks to artistry. The reflection of light on the water, the texture of the trees, the paddle cutting through the surface, each element harmonizes perfectly, showing the mint's dedication to excellence. The Voyager's quarter also resonates with people who love nature, exploration, and solitude. It's not just a piece of currency, it's a meditation on the beauty of the wilderness and a tribute to the explorers who dared to journey into the unknown. Collectors across the country continue to praise this coin as one of the finest modern designs in U.S. coinage. Its peaceful theme and exquisite detail have made it an instant classic in the America the Beautiful series. This coin serves as a reminder that even in our fast-paced world, there are still places untouched by time, where water glistens, trees whisper, and adventure awaits. The Voyager's National Park Quarter immortalizes that feeling forever. The America the Beautiful Quarters program ended in 2021, but coins like the Voyager's quarter ensure its legacy will continue for generations. Each one captures a fragment of America's soul, its landscapes, stories, and heroes, carved in metal that will last a lifetime. Whether admired for its historical roots or its breathtaking design, the Voyager's National Park Quarter stands as a shining example of how art and history can unite in something as simple as a quarter. It's both a celebration of the past and a reflection on the beauty of the present. Every collector who holds one of these coins is reminded of the explorers who came before and the natural world that continues to inspire wonder. It's a symbol of freedom, adventure, and quiet reflection, and for one exceptionally rare and pristine example of the 2018 United States of America Washington State Quarter Dollar representing Voyager's National Park, collectors have valued it at an extraordinary amount of $32,000. Top 6. In 2016, the United States Mint released a breathtaking coin that beautifully blended history, architecture, and the story of a nation's struggle for freedom, the Harper's Ferry National Historical Park Quarter. This remarkable coin became one of the most talked about issues in the America the Beautiful Quarter series, not only for its artistic design but for the deep meaning it carries within its engraved walls. Every detail on this coin reflects a moment in time that changed the course of American history forever. The Harper's Ferry Quarter honors the historic town of Harper's Ferry, located at the confluence of the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers in West Virginia. It's a place where history, industry, and revolution intersected, making it one of the most significant sites in early American history. The town's past tells the story of courage, conflict, and the quest for freedom. The reverse design of the coin showcases the John Brown Fort, the most iconic landmark in Harper's Ferry. This small brick building, humble yet powerful, stands as a silent witness to one of the most dramatic events leading up to the American Civil War. The fort's image on the coin captures both its architectural beauty and its historical weight. John Brown's fort was originally the fire engine house for the Federal Armory at Harper's Ferry. In 1859, the abolitionist John Brown and his followers seized this building during their daring attempt to spark an uprising against slavery. Though the raid failed, it ignited national tension and ultimately became a turning point in the fight for human freedom. The inscription, John Brown's Fort, appears just beneath the building's image, grounding the design in history. Above it, the words, Harper's Ferry, and West Virginia, remind viewers that this story belongs to a specific place, one that holds the echoes of America's ongoing struggle toward justice. This design was created by Thomas Hipschon, an artist known for his skill in capturing realism and depth. The engraving was executed by Phoebe Hemphill, whose delicate touch brought out the intricate textures of brick and stone. Together, they transformed the fort into a vivid three-dimensional scene that feels almost alive. The obverse of the coin, as always, features the classic portrait of George Washington designed by John Flanagan. His image, calm and steadfast, serves as a constant reminder of unity and leadership amid the changing scenes on America's quarters. The Harper's Ferry Quarter was the third coin released in 2016 and the 33rd overall in the America the Beautiful series. It was officially launched on June 6, 2016, during a ceremony held in the heart of Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, where history seemed to come alive once again. The design struck a chord with both historians and collectors. Unlike many modern coins that depict scenic landscapes, this one focused on a historic building, a man-made structure that became a symbol of ideals larger than itself. The fort stands not just as a remnant of the past, but as a monument to bravery and conviction. Each element on the coin tells a story. The arched windows, the old stone foundation, and the simple doorway all reflect an era of craftsmanship, while the building itself stands as a monument to the idea of freedom. It's a coin that captures both history and humanity in perfect harmony. The Harper's Ferry Quarter was minted in 3 facilities, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, each marked with their respective mint marks, P, D, or S. The coins struck in circulation quality were produced by the millions, while the San Francisco Mint also produced proof and silver proof versions for collectors. The silver proofs, in particular, are remarkable. The contrast between the frosted design and the mirrored background gives the John Brown fort a haunting, almost ethereal presence, as if the light of history itself were reflecting from the coin's surface. Collectors immediately recognized this quarter as one of the most historically meaningful pieces of the entire series. It's not just a design, it's a lesson, a reminder of sacrifice and the enduring fight for freedom. The town of Harper's Ferry has seen many chapters of American history. It was an industrial hub, a Civil War battleground, and later a center for African American education. Through all these transformations, John Brown's fort remained a steadfast symbol of courage and conviction. This coin captures the essence of that spirit. When you look at it closely, you can almost feel the weight of the past, the bravery of those who stood for what they believed in, even when the odds were impossible. For numismatists, the Harper's Ferry Quarter represents a fusion of art and storytelling. The design invites reflection, not just on history, but on what it means to stand up for justice. That's what makes this coin more than just currency. It's a work of remembrance. Rare varieties and minting errors have made certain Harper's Ferry quarters especially valuable. Some coins have been discovered with double dies, misaligned strikes, or incomplete impressions. These unique errors, combined with high grades and pristine condition, have turned a few examples into treasures worth thousands. Collectors who own high-grade mint state or proof versions of this coin know they hold more than metal. They hold a fragment of America's story. The precision of the engraving, the clarity of the strike, and the significance of the design all contribute to its growing value. Every coin tells a tale, but few tell one as powerful as this. The Harper's Ferry Quarter reminds us that history is not just something to remember, it's something to feel, to learn from, and to carry forward. The building featured on this coin may be small, but its legacy looms large. It stands as a reminder of one man's conviction, the power of belief, and the consequences of courage. When this coin shines under the light, the intricate details of its design come alive, the symmetry of the arches, the shadows of the windows, and the careful inscription of its title. It's a masterpiece of craftsmanship that speaks volumes without a single word. For West Virginians, this coin holds a special place in their hearts. It immortalizes one of their most important landmarks and connects their state's story to the broader history of the United States. Even for those outside West Virginia, the Harper's Ferry Quarter resonates deeply. It represents a national legacy, the struggle for equality, the courage to challenge injustice, and the hope for a better future. As the years pass, pristine examples of this coin are becoming harder to find, especially those in perfect uncirculated condition. Collectors treasure them not just for their rarity but for the meaning behind them. Numismatists continue to celebrate the Harper's Ferry Quarter as one of the most thought-provoking and artistically rich designs of the 21st century. It bridges the gap between history and art in a way few coins ever have. Holding this coin is like holding a moment in time, a reminder of a place, a person, and a purpose that shaped America's destiny. It's a timeless tribute to the idea that courage can change the world. The America the Beautiful series gave us many incredible designs, but the Harper's Ferry Quarter stands apart for its emotional depth and historical resonance. It reminds us that even in times of darkness, the light of freedom continues to shine. Every collector who looks at this coin can feel its weight, not just in silver or copper, but in meaning. It's more than a keepsake, it's a conversation with the past. And for one exceptionally rare and pristine example of the 2016 United States of America Washington State Quarter Dollar representing Harper's Ferry National Historical Park, collectors have valued it at an extraordinary amount of $39,000.